Well, good evening. And for the past 6 years, the road to the Class B championship in the South has run through either Marshwood or Kennebunk. That could well be the case again this year, as both teams entering Week 8 unbeaten, a monster showdown in South Berwick tonight. Kennebunk facing 4th and goal from the 1 in the first. Dante DiLorenzo, the hammer, plunges in, 7-0 Rams on top. Marshwood drives in the second. Tommy Springer, perfect pass over the top to Trevor Chase. 43-yard touchdown. Marshwood down 7-6. The conversion did not work. Kennebunk driving late in the half, but Springer comes up with the interception. He can play defense too. It goes to the half at 7-6. Mid-4th, Derek Smith had a huge interception or huge touchdown run to give Kennebunk the lead, and Marshwood driving, but Chase Lamontagne picks it off. 4 minutes to go. Hawks facing 4th down. Springer to John Valentine keeps the drive alive. 3 minutes to go. Justin Bryant from 9 yards out. Marshwood down 2, so they need the conversion. Springer gets some help from his lineman and powers into the end zone. We have a tie game, 14-14. Minute to go. Kennebunk 4th and 3 from the Marshwood 37. Trip Bush to Zach Sullivan. First down. Then Bush and Sullivan, his favorite receiver again, rolling out. They move the chains, first down. That sets up Ryan Connors. 1 second remaining on the clock. The field goal from 31 yards. That's the winner. Kennebunk 17-14. They're unbeaten on the regular season and the #1 seed. All right, B North, these highlights, they need more cowbell. Brunswick, the 2 seed in the heels heading in. #3, Coney. Would we have a shakeup? Brunswick could get #1 with a win, but Coney came to play. Riley Geyer to Reed Hopkins. 24-yard touchdown, 23-6 Coney. In the 4th, Coney driving on 4th down. Geyer to Dustin Dyer inside the Brunswick 3. The Dragons need a stand, and they get it. Noah Goddard and Jeremiah McNeil combine for the stuff. Coney gets the ball back, and Geyer, 120 yards on the ground, 36 of them here, or rather 32 of them here. Touchdown run, 30-6 Coney. The Rams get the #2 seed Brunswick, the 3 seed they'll host Brewer in the first round. Other key game in Northern B, Skowhegan coming in #1 in the heel points, hosting Mount Blue. Second quarter, Marcus Christopher connects with Aiden Loader for the Skowhegan touchdown. Indians would have to rally in this one as they trailed. Mount Blue came to play tonight. Skowhegan wins at 29-28. They will enter the B North playoffs as the #1 seed and get a bye. All right, back to B South. Gorham and Noble battling for playoff positioning. Late first quarter, Brandon Drake airs it out for the Knights. Ryan Sullivan is there on the fly. Noble goes up 7-0 on the road. Second quarter, Gorham answers. Isaac Rollins dumps it off to Kyle Schofield. Schofield, 30-yard run. And there we go. We have a tie game. Gorham getting back in it. Then, with Noble pinned on its own end line, Tyler Rollins, huge play. The interception, he would score 2 plays later, and Gorham with a 35-7 win, 35 unanswered tonight. Gorham, the 7th seed, they're at Marshall next week. They played them tough opening week. Route 9 rivals, Greeley at Falmouth on senior night. And hey, don't leave Dad hanging. Yeah, got to give him some love. First quarter, Greeley. Joey Casella takes the pitch. He's going 33 yards all the way down to the Falmouth 1-yard line. Next play, Casella takes it in for the first of his 2 touchdowns on the night, 6-0 Rangers. Late in the second, Falmouth driving, Nick Mancini to Evan Lovely. He bobbles it, and he is punished by Naveen Caron, but he holds on. Under 10 seconds left in the half. Mancini up top, Jackman, Graver, Weber, and he just gets in. With 9 seconds left in the half, 37-yard connection. Falmouth wins the rivalry game 21-12. Greeley will move on to host Biddeford. Falmouth is the 3 seed, and they will host Noble. All right, in A South, Thornton appears to have the #1 seed sewn up, but Bonnie Eagle and Scarborough in contention for a first-round bye and that #2 seed. All right, playoff rematch from a year ago, won by the Red Storm. Pick up the action in the third quarter. Bonnie Eagle down a score, but Keegan Meredith to Sean Brilliant. 4th down conversion. We're tied at 28. Scarborough then drives. Chase Cleary to Robert Cleary, 14 yards, 35-28. Red Storm, they'd get a touchdown from Galikas and go up 42-28. And it was check your defense at the door night. Meredith to Brilliant again, who fumbles at the goal line but recovers. And all of a sudden, Bonnie Eagle within a score, down 42-35. We have a game. But defenses, they've got to be so concerned with Jarrett Flaker. Other guys like Cleary can make plays. Cleary, 70 yards on the run, deep into Bonnie Eagle territory. From there, it's Flaker who finishes the drive. 10-yard touchdown run. Scarborough prevails 48-35. Looks like they'll get that 2 seed if Thornton beats Sanford tomorrow in A South. All right, Massabesic at Deering tonight. These teams trying to pick up a victory in their final regular season contest before they head to the playoffs, or Deering heads to the playoffs. James Opio, the QB keeper, big gain for the Rams. Second quarter, scoreless. Owen Roberts up the middle for the touchdown for Massabesic, but Deering would rally in this one. 27-16, Deering with the win. South Portland at Portland, Battle of the Bridge. Red Riots had a real shot in this one despite coming in 1-5. It's 7-0 Portland in the second. Anthony Poole, the big game for the Red Riots. They're looking to tie it up inside the 10, but the Bulldog defense comes up big. Giovanni Mbanji and Silo Magno making stops. And then Jonah Green in there too on fourth down, so South Portland gets no points. Later in the second, still 7-0. South Portland again deep in Portland territory, and Zach Elowich, the pick. He would return it for a touchdown, but a flag on the play would bring it back. But again, South Portland can't convert in the red zone. Portland's D comes up big, 35-0. Portland, they'll be the #1 seed in A North. Wyndham hosting Oxford Hills. The Vikings coming off that loss last week to Portland. Vikings up 14-0 in the first. Colton Carson, the opts to give it to Parker LaFrance. The first down yardage. Then Carson goes to the air, showing that arm strength to Yannick Lushka for another big gain into Eagles territory. Carson finishes off the drive. A few plays later, 31 yards to Alex Turner. Oxford Hills impressive tonight, 55-7 over Wyndham. Wyndham finishes the year winless. Oxford Hills, the #2 seed up north. Battle of the Bridge, EL and Lewiston. What a game this was. Eddie's up 20-14 late in the fourth. Hunter Landry up the middle for the Blue Devils. 15-yard touchdown. Blue Devils tie it at 20 with 1:41 to play. The conversion, they give it to Danny May, and Danny May gets a block, gets in. Lewiston up 22-20, but plenty of time for Leighton Girardin to go to work. The Eddies QB to Caleb Yarnovich. First down, Eddies. Then, with under a minute left, from the Lewiston 38, Girardin showing some elusiveness, and then the breakaway speed. It's the game winner with under a minute to play, 26-22 EL. These two schools will go at it again next week in the first round of the A North playoffs. In Class C, Austin Balthazar over 300 yards in a Morse win over Mount Ararat. He's got about 1,500 for the year. Gardner looking to end a 3-game slide against top-seeded Leavitt up in the Class C South. Well, Class C South, that's what I'm talking about. Leavitt at Gardner. Tigers beat the Hornets in the playoffs a year ago. Tigers trying to get something going on the ground, but Isaiah Boehm in the backfield for the Hornets, dropping the runner for a loss. Hornets drive. Wyatt Hathaway dumps it out to Mark Herman. Takes it deep into Gardner territory. From there, Hathaway, some nice pocket poise, rolling out. First of his 3 touchdown passes on the night finds Herman for the score. Leavitt with a 27-0 win. Leavitt goes in the #1 seed and sees South. They'll face Lake Region, it looks like. Wells and York renewing their rivalry at York. Early fourth quarter, Wells goes to the air. Matt Sherburne at quarterback to Tyler Bridge. What can he not do? TB12, the catch, the cutback. Wells up 35-7 after the Bridge score. York goes on a drive. Shane Pigeon on the wide receiver reverse, thinks about throwing it, but instead keeps it and fights into the end zone, 35-14. Wells then marches the field on the next possession. Devin Chase, the TD run, 44-22. Wells the win. They are 8-0 on the season. Rivals Yarmouth and Cape. Second quarter, Cape up 14-7. Noah Eckersley-Ray, show us that arm. 70 yards to Caden Middleton. They hook up a couple times. It was a wild game. Cape scores on the final play with no time left and would add a 2-point conversion to win it 29-28. Great piece of sportsmanship here, too. After the horn sounds, after the end of the first half, Yarmouth brings in Jared Conant onto the field. He has a rare form of muscular dystrophy, takes the handoff. Connor Singer escorts him to the end zone for the touchdown. He scored a goal in a soccer game and a touchdown in a football game this year. That's impressive. Great night in Yarmouth. Capers get the win, though. Poland looking for its 3rd win of the year against Grey New Gloucester. Knights up 28-0 in the third. Brady Downing sets up the screen pass. Tyler Tucci, what a year he's had. Weaving through the defense, 35-yard touchdown. Poland takes the 35-0 lead as Tucci puts up 6. Next Poland possession, Downing, the short swing to Levi Lawrence. Downing had 4 touchdown passes, 40-8 Poland with the victory. They're headed to the playoffs. All right, let's go to A North again. Cheverus making the trip to Bangor. First quarter, Sean Tompkins, 15-yard touchdown run. Stags go up 7-0. Next possession, Tompkins again fakes out everyone, including the camera. He goes 56 yards for the touchdown. Cheverus with the 49-7 win. Stags will host Bangor next weekend in the playoffs What a night of high school football, all starting with that incredible Kennebunk win at the buzzer on the field goal, 17-14. They finished the regular season 8-0. More football tomorrow, and of course, you're just tuning in. Check it out again on WMTW.com. Thanks for joining us this year for Blitz 8. We've had a lot of fun. Playoff Blitz 8 next week.